this real sense of supporting ourselves in this today. This is what's here right now. Some teachers say this is the curriculum for today. This is the weather pattern of today, the internal weather pattern and the external weather pattern. And it's almost as though you can't really change the external weather pattern, and to some degree it's unhelpful to try and change, and I mean try and change, push hard to change, do things to make ourselves be different. It can be really unhelpful to push against when these panic attacks or huge swirls of distress come through us. It can be really helpful to acknowledge and accept, just in this moment, not forever, just in this moment, this is how I am. So first we notice that there's this happening for us, and then we accept that this is happening for us. And then we investigate. So we're investigating, and in these clips we've been using touch, we've been using sound, we've been using sight. We've been dropping in breath, and maybe at some point you want to experiment with breath to see if it's helpful to you. Less helpful for many of us, certainly for me. You know, it's been a long journey with the breath. So no pressure around the breath, but it's there if and whenever you want to use it. So that we are noticing or recognizing, accepting or allowing, and then investigating the bigger picture around this weather pattern. And then we need to take a moment to ask, how can I best take care of myself? How can I best take care of myself? So what we've got here is a difficult moment in our day. And sometimes it feels like, I'm having a difficult life. This is not a difficult moment in my day. This goes on forever. Okay, I really get that. And I really know that feeling for myself. But can we break life down into moments and just live this moment? Just this moment. If we can just support ourselves in this moment and get through this moment, the past moments are all gone, and the future moments will take care of themselves. We'll use this again in the future when we need to. All we have to do right now is take care of this moment. So how can I best take care of myself in this moment? And what can be really helpful is to begin to develop a list of things that help you. And if you've already done this, then picking up the list and reading the list. A cup of tea helps me. A lie down under a warm blanket helps me. Listening to music helps me. Podcasts help me. TV helps me. Phoning a friend might help me. Getting out in the garden might help me. Getting out into the city might help me. Having people around me might help me. Having no people around me, being by myself might help me. So that very gradually we build up this repertoire of understanding when I'm really in distress, this will support me. And just to repeat, this isn't about getting rid of the distress. Yeah, I really understand we want the distress to go. And I'm not undermining that feeling and that need and that wish. It's just that if we try really hard to get rid of it, sometimes that stirs more fear in the system. I wish it wasn't so. But it seems to be that if we reject part of ourselves, if we reject the fear becomes fearful, and the fear stirs more fear, and then we're in more difficulty. But if somehow we find we are able to support ourselves, it's almost like holding the fear like a sphere. That's hard to say. Holding the fear like a sphere, that it can become smaller in the bigger context of everything else, in the context of sights and sounds and touch. And in the context of kindness we're offering ourselves, because it is a really difficult day. How can I best take care of myself if this is the way today is? What shall I do in this moment to get through this moment as well as I can? I've heard this described, and I love this expression, living well in the midst of difficulty. How can I live well in the midst of this this difficulty.